guys, welcome back. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother of 4, ranging from 19 all the way down to 7. Needless to say, life is pretty crazy, but I wouldn't change it for the world. My husband and I have been together almost 20 years. January, it will be 20 years, which is crazy to even think about. But we've been married for 13, and we've created a pretty good life, I would say. We just recently bought a new to us home, and so needless to say, there's a lot of home projects and everything else to be doing. I still haven't really unpacked everything. We've gotten most of it taken care of, but there's a few things that I just haven't been wanting to do, so I'll eventually have to get through that, especially before Christmas time, because a lot of it is our kids' toys, and we always go through their toys with them around Christmas time, and they know that they got to get rid of some so that way they can have room for the new stuff. Plus, they're getting a little bit older, so the girls aren't really into as many toys as they used to be. They have certain ones that they play with, so I'm hoping that they'll be okay with letting some of them go and give them to kids that don't get presents and doesn't have a whole lot to play with. That's what their mindset is to give it away to less fortunate. So I'm thankful that we do that for the kids. I do a lot of cleaning, but during the holiday season, I'm going to be doing a lot of baking and arts and crafts with my daughters. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So if you're into that type of stuff, then please consider subscribing down below. I'm sorry if you hear some wind chimes and stuff in the background. I was doing the yard work, which you'll see at the end of this video, before I did this voiceover, and I just stayed outside because it's already starting to warm up, and so I just grabbed my microphone and came outside. So you might hear some noises. I apologize, but it's starting to be a nice day with a cool breeze, so I'm enjoying it while I can, because I am definitely ready for it to start cooling down, and I'm ready for the pumpkin patch. The one that we go to serves apple cider and donuts, and so I'm pretty excited for that. I think I might actually make a couple trips there just for the donuts here within the next couple weeks, and I'm pretty excited about it because we love them. We eat them so fast, and it's amazing. But let me know down in the comments, what season is your favorite? Not holiday, because mine for sure, it's tough. But I would say mostly Christmas for the decorations. If it's family-wise, I do Thanksgiving. My husband's family is huge, and Thanksgiving is their holiday. So we always do Thanksgiving with them, and it's a blast. Yeah, his grandma had 13 kids, so needless to say, not all of them are still alive, and some of them live on the East Coast and we're on the West Coast, but there's still a pretty good group of family members, and there's been a couple new babies born this year, so I'm super excited to be able to see everyone for that. And then we do a Friendsgiving, like a Thanksgiving, but just with our friends every year. And this year we have a big shop, so I think we're going to get that organized and have a couple tables set up out there and surge protectors and whatnot to keep the food warm. But I think that would be the best place for us. And then obviously the kids can come inside and play and stuff, but for the most part, that's what I'm thinking. I haven't fully thought it out yet. But if you're interested in home motivation or just seeing how our home projects end up and all of that type of stuff, please consider subscribing down below, making sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Make sure to like and comment and share it to anyone that you know. My community isn't very big right now, but I'm trying to make it to where I have a community that we can just vent and ask questions to and have no judgment and just have like a friendship type of community where we can rely on each other and help each other out when need be. So if that's you, please consider subscribing.
I thought you didn't want to hang with me, just not your kind of thing. You'd rather sit under your favorite tree. That's how it seemed to me. But I dared you, and I dared to lose, just so I could be with you. And you hurt me, and you followed through. Now all my dreams are coming true. I just wanna put my heels on tight, dance with you all night, move to my favorite song, go a little crazy to the beat, hear you talk so sweet, my heart just sings along. Baby, I don't want this night to end, no I can't pretend, I can't control myself, I just wanna be with you forever. I can't believe it, no, it can't get any better now. Can't get any better now. Pretty please, tell me that you think of me, and that you're missing me. Baby, you found my heart and set me free. In every fantasy, now I'm ready, 'cause I know it's true. When I look in your eyes of blue, that you want me, and I want you to. Yeah, all my dreams are coming true. I just wanna put my heels on tight, dance with you all night, move to my favorite song, go a little crazy to the beat, hear you talk so sweet, my heart just sings along. Baby, I don't want this night to end, no I can't pretend, I can't control myself, I just wanna be with you forever. I can't believe it, no it can't get any better now. Can't get any better now. I just wanna put my heels so tight, dance with you all night, move to my favorite song, go a little crazy to the beat, hear you talk so sweet, my heart just sings along. Baby, I don't want this night to end, no I can't pretend, I can't control myself, I just wanna be with you forever. I can't believe it, no it can't get any better now. I just wanna put my heels on tight, dance with you all night.
I don't know if you guys just noticed, but my brain had literally just shut off for a second and I could not remember how to fold towels. I don't understand what was going on right there, but I figured it out. And then I just ended up folding the towels and washcloths. How many of you actually like laundry? Me, I hate it. I'm okay with washing and drying and folding, and I'll keep it in piles, but I hate putting it away. Thankfully, though, I'm teaching my girls how to finally start like hanging up their shirts and stuff, which has been really helpful. The boys do their own laundry, thankfully, because they're old enough and I love them, but boys are yucky, so they get to do their own laundry. And then that way we still wash the girls' clothes with ours and the house laundry, but the boys full on do their own. So that's really helpful. And usually my husband does laundry, and I'm really thankful for it, but I really need to start helping out a lot more because laundry does suck. So I'm trying to get myself to at least do one load when he's at work, because he'll do all the laundry before he goes to work, and then the kids and I, the girls, go through a million outfits a day just because that's what they do. And then there's always messes where I have my cleaning towels and showers for the other towels, and the dog accidents if my puppy ends up peeing in the house. And yeah, there's always laundry to do. But here, I was so proud of myself because this was the first home improvement project that I'm doing, and this shower wasn't caulked correctly. Like, there were bits and pieces missing, and so when we would shower, there would end up being a puddle next to it, like in the area where I'm at. So my husband bought everything, and I figured since it was sitting on the counter, I may as well give it a shot. So easy. Now I'm gonna be resealing everything, and this stuff was waterproof ready within 4 hours, but then fully set in 24. I waited like 9 hours before I used it, and it didn't leak once. So I was so proud of myself, and it gave me the confidence to get the rest of the house done. So that's pretty exciting for me. I know it's just something super simple and easy, but when I used to do it, especially since I either have glue on nails or I used to get them done professionally all the time, nonstop. But when I would used to try to do the caulking, it wouldn't work right because my nails would end up scraping all of it off. So I just gave up and never did it anymore. But my husband, when he went to the store, found a little tool which really looks like a spoon. So it's kind of like, oh, well, I could have used like a measuring spoon or something. But this one's a plastic one, which isn't the best, but it works great. So for sure, if you are like me and have issues, they have a tool for that. Who would have guessed? I'm sure you can find it on Amazon too, but it's just whatever he found at the store. So I made sure to get all of this done, and then I did a couple other random things. I don't fully remember. This was over a few days just because I don't always record what I'm doing. I'm trying to get better at it and get in the habit of having it more. But if you're new, I don't fully like to record my kids. Yes, they do end up showing up in my videos, but this channel is mine, and I don't feel comfortable having my children on camera all the time. There are times where they will ask to be in the video if they can like fold laundry and put it away or whatever, and me record it. So I will do that. Not all of it makes it into the video, but if they want to show something that they did, I will allow them to do it. Because if they want to end up doing YouTube later on, I can't really say no if I am doing it. But I'm going to make sure to teach them the correct way to do it and not try to get all the attention in odd ways. Let's just put it like that. But let me know, what are some home improvements that you guys do before the winter shows up that helps, I don't know, protect your home, I guess? Because there's a lot of things that I don't really know about for owning a home. Like, I know that there's projects that you need to do year round and all of that. But this is definitely a learning process for me. And thankfully, this house isn't as bad as the last one. So, not too bad.
Way back when, before the grown-up phase, with one best friend, it was easy going rogue. Life was anything but fair, but somehow we didn't care. Way back then, we saw all the movies on a big screen when we couldn't afford to pay the price. We snuck in through the back, hearts racing as the lights went black. Hold up, when did we grow up? When did dreams give way to plans? Wonder slip through our hands. Just hold up, just hold up. Way back now, I watched them in the yard and wonder how the world still feels that wide. Skinned knees and open skies, no fear behind their eyes. Hold up, when did we grow up? When did dreams give way to plans? Wonder slip through our hands. Just hold up, just hold up. I said hold up. Why did we grow up? When did we start moving so slow? Used to run, we used to glow. Hold up, said hold up. Hey! Hold up. When did we grow up? When did we start moving so slow? We used to run, we used to glow. Hold up, just hold up.
So now, I thought I was done with the shower, and then after I started leaving, it dawned on me that I should probably do the inside too. So I didn't actually record that part of it, but I did end up doing inside and outside of the shower. But I switched into the kids' bathroom so that way I could clean that, because we keep the toilet cleaner stick in the other bathroom. So I didn't really think of it, but it needed it really bad. I don't think anyone lived in this house for a while, so it had like the old watermarks, just grossness. And of course, the kids get toothpaste all over the sink, so I really needed to wipe it down and give it a good cleaning. I'm sorry, my dog is a loud drinker and she feels like the need to drink it and stare at me while I'm talking, but it's okay. So I just wanted to make sure to get it all cleaned up, because it had been, I don't even know how long. It looked like it was wiped down before we moved in, but not like super deep clean, if that makes any sense. Like, it looked presentable, but they did it super fast, I guess. Which I get. When you're moving out of a place and trying to sell it, you don't want to put all the extra work into it. And it really didn't look bad to us. Like, it's actually a really nice house, and I'm pretty excited about that part. So I just wanted it to be cleaned and fresh. And then I had the vacuum iRobot sweeper thing that my dad and stepmom gave me. I had that going. And then I tried using the mopping one and it started, but then apparently I didn't have enough water in it or something. I don't know. I ended up fixing it and having it run later. But those things are such a game changer because I absolutely hate sweeping. Mopping I'm okay with, but I don't do it as often as I should. So in between the deep moppings, then I'll end up using the iRobot mop thing. We called her Cinderella. So the kids think that's pretty funny. Well, the girls do. The boys don't care. But the girls think it's hilarious and they will say, "Okay, Cinderella, time to mop the floor." So it's pretty cute. But like back behind the toilet and stuff, I need to actually get in there and scrub it down and use the vacuum or something and get all the cobwebs back there. But this day I just wanted to get most of the gunk off of it, and I ended up wiping down like the bottom of the toilet, and that was yucky. But it's all fresh and clean and it smells nice, even though the kids barely even noticed when they got home because it's nothing fancy to them. They just come home to a clean home every day, which is nice. But then they just start tossing their stuff all over the place, and then I have to keep up with it all over again. But it keeps me busy and me active because I barely sit down, which drives my husband crazy, but it's just who I am. I can't sit still for very long unless for some reason I get sucked into a show or a movie, which doesn't happen very often. Then I'll sit down. Or if I'm like super tired and sick and just don't have motivation, I still try, but then if my body tells me no, then I'm done. But this is the last little bit that I was telling you about of the yard work. You can tell that they definitely weren't super specific about their yard. They just kind of let it go, which I understand. But it was all overgrown and I couldn't find all of the tools that I needed. But I ended up finding the weed eater and a couple different pairs of hedge trimmer clipper things. I don't know. You'll see them here in a minute. But they worked all right. It just started warming up way too fast and I could not keep going for the life of me. Do you guys have any yard work that you need to be doing that you just don't really want to do and you keep putting it off and putting it off? Because this yard is the one for me. I've been eyeballing this little pile patch thing, overgrownness, ever since we moved in, and I know it's been driving me nuts, so I'm pretty sure it's probably driving the neighbors crazy too because it goes through their fence. Sorry, that means that it's 12 o'clock here, by the way. It goes off every day at 12 o'clock, which I personally like just because I've lived here off and on since I was in 5th grade. So it's always been just a normal, peaceful home sound to me. But yeah, so I took care of the yard. Definitely have a lot more to do. I was struggling with these little tiny ones, and my back was killing me if I sat the wrong way, but thankfully I go to the chiropractor on Monday, and then I'll be all.
I never thought that keep coming back. Still saying we're not like that. Come on, baby, drive me insane, leave me burning. If this is the end, promise me that it's worth it. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Come on, baby, lie with me till the morning. Love me like you do, and I'll forget that we're broken. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Stay anyway. We never put a label on it, didn't talk about us, so it's only now when it's over. You can't let me go. I think you really need me to, but never said it out loud. Come on, baby, drive me insane, leave me burning. If this is the end, promise me that it's worth it. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Come on, baby, lie with me till the morning. Love me like you do, and I'll forget that we're broken. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Stay anyway. We keep coming back. Still saying we're not like that. Come on, baby, drive me insane, leave me burning. If this is the end, promise me that it's worth it. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Come on, baby, lie with me till the morning. Love me like you do, and I'll forget that we're broken. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Stay anyway. Stay anyway. Stay anyway.
Yeah, this is the last about 6 minutes or so of the video. I just wanted to jump on and tell you that I appreciate you being here today, and I hope you consider subscribing and continue following this journey. This, I want to call it a bush, but it's a mixture of 2 different plants. I think one is a rose bush of some sort because there's thorns, but then the other ones look like tree branches. So I don't know if they were trying to plant something here or what, but I've seen a couple little stumps in there, so I'm assuming there were some sort of trees that they've cut down and just kind of left, and then the branches are starting to grow up. I don't know. That's just a guess. But either way, it's going to be a pain in the tush to cut it all down and get it all cleaned up. But I am determined to get it done. I'm hoping it doesn't take me too much longer. But like I said, today it was starting to warm up and I needed to cool off and take a break because that is straight sun all day until probably around 6, maybe 5, 6. Then the sun kind of goes away on that side. So I'm going to take a break, probably come back out in a few hours and work on a little bit more, and I'll show the end result in my next video. But again, thank you for being here. Like, comment. Of course, my neighbors have to do their yard work as I'm finishing up my video, so I apologize and I'll cut it short. But please comment let's do a leaf. Let's comment a leaf down below to show that you've stayed until the end of the video. But I hope you have a good weekend. Until next time, bye guys.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a rage. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not just gotta give today is a good